Wednesday, everyone, or Thursday, depending on where you are in the world. But if you joined me yesterday, you'll know that I just recently got this tattoo gun that I'm very excited about. So I previously posted probably like a month or two ago at this point that I did a stick and poke tattoo on a friend of mine. He had mentioned that he wanted a tattoo. I've never done it, but it sounded fun. Like everything to me is kind of a craft. So he showed his interest and I looked it up on Amazon, and a stick and poke tattoo kit cost like $10. So 2 days later, I was tattooing him. So yeah, that was pretty neat. And now I guess I'm into tattooing. So I reached out to this company. I don't know how you pronounce it, like Phomemo maybe, but they sent me this tattoo gun and I linked to it in the description. I've also pinned it in the chat so you can take a look at it. But I am so excited to try out a real tattoo gun. I mean, my experience is doing one stick and poke tattoo and then just watching like a couple videos on how to use a tattoo gun. So you guys will be joining me in figuring all of this out. I figured why not just do it live. So this will be interesting. Yeah. Olivia, hello. Thanks for joining. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Yeah, I figured I'd just do the unboxing. Like I said, I watched a couple videos on how to use a tattoo gun, but otherwise I am figuring this out. So we can view this as like complete beginner tutorial unboxing kind of situation. So yeah, I am just gonna jump in to unboxing this. And so it's like a full kit. So I was pretty excited about that. So it came with this like practice fake skin stuff. So I'm actually gonna open this because otherwise it's gonna be real crunchy and annoying. So I'm gonna open this to just get rid of the plastic so we don't have to hear all of the crunching. And I will just set that aside. I'm doing well. How are you doing? Hopefully good today. What is that? I'll call you Love. Hey, Love, welcome. I'm always trying to figure out like what to call people when it's an amalgamation of all sorts of words into one thing. So we'll go with Love. Hey, Love. Thanks for joining. So these I have figured out from last time with the stick and poke tattoo. This is what we put the ink into. So I will set these guys aside. And then it comes with some bandage tape. So this is to wrap around the machine itself for like some grip to it. So I'll see if I use it or not. I mean, I'm just using it, like just practicing with it and testing it out. So I don't know how big of a deal that'll be. And then it also has this tattoo transfer gel, which I'm not even sure like what this is. I looked it up and it seemed, or like in looking up other videos of how to do tattoos and how to use a tattoo gun, it seems like it just helps a transfer stick. I don't know. I think it's like specifically when you do a printout transfer and then apply it, I think it just helps it adhere. So since I'm just playing around with this, just trying to figure out like how the gun works and how like much pressure to do, I am just not gonna bother using this. Like so separately, I just grabbed some simple markers, so just washable markers, so I can do like my own little design. Yeah, also like, while you guys join, let me know like what design you want me to do. Like comment all your ideas in the chat because I don't really know what to do. I was thinking like hearts or flowers, or think like simple designs, and then I can try and see and play around with it. A cat. So you have a vote for a cat. Okay, let's think simpler shapes. I might be able to do like a cat outline, so like circle 2 ears. I could do something like that. We could try that. But yeah, keep throwing out ideas and I'll see what we can do because I need ideas for what to actually make and test this out with. So yeah, so I'm gonna set this aside because I don't think I'm gonna use that. What is this? I think these are gloves. Let's see. A paw. So we're going cat themed. I like it. I don't know if I can draw a paw. That's something. Yeah, my artistic ability is limited. if these actually fit. Well, now that I think of it, I don't even need gloves. I grabbed my own gloves, so I normally use my nitrile gloves, these guys. So I grabbed these just in case, but I'm not actually tattooing on a person, so we don't even need these. I'm gonna set these to the side as well, because we do not need that for now. Because I don't have to worry about making sure everything is sterile, and yeah, so I'm not even gonna worry about that. Then we have all of our actual inks. So here's the tattoo inks. So it comes with a bunch of colors, which I was pretty excited about. The stick and poke tattoo kit, I'm trying to think where I even put it. It might be on my shelf. But that one only came with like 5 or 6 colors. So I'm really excited that this one, like, this is such a pretty blue. Like, I love that blue. And purple, looks like, so it's yellow, white, black, red. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say a brown, but I didn't even notice that this is written right here. So we have a brown, they're calling this light purple? I would call that obviously like dark blue. I don't know. And then green, gray. I can't tell if that's like metallic or not. To me, that almost looks metallic, but I don't know much about tattooing, so I don't know if there's really like metallic tattoos or not. I feel like not. And that you would just like get the effect with adding in like white highlights or something like that. And then we've got our purple, and then they're just calling this one light blue. So we've got all of our inks there. Can I draw a plant? Depends on the plant. I could draw like a pot, like the actual like pot at the bottom, and then maybe like a leaf or something. So, yeah, think like elementary school drawing abilities. I think that's sort of what we're working with here. Okay, then we have, I'll save the actual machine for last, though if you guys saw, if you were on last night, so like Olivia, you saw it last night, I spoiled it. So technically, you know, I've already taken a look at this, but here are all the cartridges, and I opened these to try and figure out what is what. So all of the actual cartridges are included in here, and it comes with 4 different types. So let's go ahead and go through those. And I remember there was an explanation on what these stand for. So everything's written and marked, and it's like RL is something, which I think, yes. So here, RL is round liner, and it's something like the first number is like the length or something, middle number is the size. There's a whole thing to it. But all I really care about is what those end letters are. So round liner, which is probably just what I'm going to use. I think both of these are the same. They're just different sizes. Yeah, so I'll just pick one of these because I don't have enough context onto what is what. So I will pick one of those round liners to use because that's just the simple, like basic needle cartridge? Needle cartridge? Cartridge, needle? Again, I don't know what you call it, so we're gonna make it up as we go along. Ooh, and I marked it for myself. Okay, so this one has the round shader, and then a curved magnum or round magnum. So these are round shaders. Obviously it has like a wider surface area to do more shading. I think that is this one. Yep, that is this one. And then, what is it? Curved magnum, that is this one. You can see it has the whole curve, so that one's flat. I don't know if you can see it or not, but like the actual needles there at the base have like a little curve and taper to them at the edges, so that can also help with shading. Can you draw a heart with an arrow going through? Yes, that's something we could do. That's definitely something. Yeah, so thank you. Basic simple ideas. I like it. That is definitely something we could potentially do. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so I'm gonna set those to the side. I don't think I'll be using those. I'll just play around with the round liner, or maybe we'll get into the shading. I'm not sure. We'll see how far I get. Hopefully I'll figure it out. But I charged one of the batteries, and I have another battery on deck on another charger, so hopefully we'll be good. Ooh, a broken heart. I like that idea too. Love these. Okay. So here is the actual base of the machine. Shake it out. Okay. So here's the base, and the cartridge came in over here. I don't remember what was actually in that spot. I feel like it may have just been like the bands or something. I'm not sure. Maybe in those. I don't know. But so here is what it actually looks like. So this is the whole base, and this is what comes off, and this is what gets charged. So this is the part that actually does the charging, and this is where you control everything. And on this side is the display. And then this is like the machine itself. And then we attach a cartridge to the end here. And then this just slides in via magnet. So you can see that side there just plugs in, or like twists in at some point, and at some point it should connect. There we go. Clicked in. And then pressing the buttons on. I think I have to hold it. Let's see. There we go. So there. So now we have the display, and it shows percent battery, so 100%. Thankfully, it holds the charge. And then it's showing the volts. So it's currently set at 8 volts, 133 hertz. I still don't fully know, like, what the volts in hertz really mean at the end of the day when we're working, but it's obviously like the speed of the actual machine. So they say, I'm just going to set it to 7 because that seems to be like a good beginner setting from what I've heard. So we're just going to set that to 7, and I think it's sort of an in-between speed, though I am curious how high this goes to. Okay, it goes pretty high. We're going up to 9. I don't know if I hold it. Yep, okay, so it really goes up high. So maybe that's why it defaults to 8. So yeah, 7 or 8. Maybe we'll just leave it at 8 since that's what it defaulted to, actually. But 7 or 8 seems to be where you want to stick around to. Okay, then last thing it came with, so it did come with another one of these chargers. So that, like I said, is currently charging just in case we need more battery for this. And then it just came with some instructions. And here's the explanation of all of the needles. So to give you a sense, so round liner here is like what the actual needles look like. And so it just gives you a clean, crisp, like circle to then work with. I mean, you could in theory do like a flat, but this way I'm going to be doing, so if we're doing like a heart, for example, so we want to do some curves to it. So I don't want to use like a flat straight line for that. Plus I don't even have that needle. So the needles that I showed, those were the ones that came with the kit. So we have these top 3 ones, or no, I guess it was, sorry, these 2 and then that one. No, did it come with a round shader? Yes, it did. Yeah, so we have the round liner, round shader, and then the curved magnum. And you can see here, round liner is for lines, outline designs, and then round shader, filling in some areas, doing some gradients, and then similar to the curved magnum, large area gradients, color filling, and shading. So I'm definitely going to be using the round liner, and then I'll see how far I get to then use a shader or the curved magnum one. We shall see. I mean, in theory, you could also, like, I might play around with the round liner just to see, like, if I can do some, like, dot work to shade something in. So we will play around with it. And then you can see, like, the conversion tables for the needles, and then it has just some basic info for how to put it together. And yeah, what it comes with, voltage, yada yada. Okay, so it does say on this one, set the voltage to 6 to practice. So we'll see. We'll keep it at 8, and then I might drop it down depending on like how fast that's going. And I do know, yeah, so it does say here, like the needle should be like 1.5 to 2 millimeters extended. So we'll have to play around with like how I actually go about adjusting that. But I think we can jump in. I guess I'm gonna set this aside. Let's move everything out of the way. And I will grab one of the round liners. I don't know which one. So we will go with this one, because why not? It looks like this one's smaller, so let's go with this one. So this is the one I'm going with, which looks like it is a 1005 round liner. So we are gonna go with that one. And I'll take this off. Maybe I fold it over, it might be easier. Come on. Let's spin that back. There we go. Oh, don't want to break that one. Well, that was not graceful at all. But again, since we're not This is just practice. It doesn't need to be sterile for what we're doing right now. So that is totally fine. And I'm just going to slide this in here for now. Put the cartridge here. And let's move the box back there. And we can bring the fake skin over. And here's, so this is like thickness that they provide. I don't think it matters like top or bottom. It's actually pretty thick. I'd say like 3 millimeters or so. So that's cool. DO7, welcome. Hey, welcome back. Yes, Olivia, thanks for jumping in. Yeah, it is a tattoo gun. So that's what we're doing today, is playing with a tattoo gun, which I'm very excited about, which I have never done before. So this will be interesting. And now we have to figure out how to actually attach it. Maybe I should have grabbed the instructions to have that handy. Let's grab that. Okay. Let's see. Cartridge needle installation. Select the appropriate type of needle. Yeah, okay, so you really just put it in. Okay, so we are... The goal today is to not stab myself. I don't think that will happen. Okay, cool. So it looks like you just push it in and twist, and it's locked in. And then if I twist the other way, away from me, it comes out. So that's nice, super easy. But again, I have no context for like, if this is good, if it's bad, because I've never used a tattoo gun before. So I'm just comparing it to how a stick and poke tattoo would work. So that is my reference. So obviously this would be much heavier than a stick and poke, but I assume it's going to be a lot better of an outcome. I mean, stick and poke, I was like doing, if you all saw the video, it took me quite a while to like do every single individual dot. And this, I think it's doing, what did we look at? It was like 6 dots, 7 dots at once. So much faster. Yeah, DO7, I am doing this for the very first time. Never done a tattoo with a tattoo gun before, so this will be interesting. Okay, ensure it's locked. It is indeed locked. And that is the power button. I know there's something that it like, we turn it. I don't know if it's the base or the top. No, that's still gonna be... To actually have the needle come out, I'm twisting the base. Thank you. I definitely need luck. There we go. Okay, now I'm feeling it click. That feels more correct. There we go. Okay, if y'all can see, the needle is like starting to come out. So let's keep clicking that. And I'd say that is probably about 1 millimeter. So I'm gonna give it another click. Let's do 2 clicks. So there, if y'all can see that, it actually might be easier on the white background. So just by turning this part right here, I'm able to get the needle to poke out a little bit. And that looks like it is about 1.5 to 2 millimeters. So we are going to work with that. And now, okay, what color are we doing? Should have asked that from the beginning. So it seems like we're gonna do some form of a heart to start, or like a broken heart, or heart with a arrow through it. But now the question is, what color do we wanna do? I'm gonna vote not white, so I'm gonna nix out white and gray because we won't see those. I'm also gonna nix out yellow because I don't think that'll be visible on the skin. So we are gonna get rid of these. We have 1 vote for blue. Okay, our options, going through them again, we have red, black, brown. They're calling this light purple, but that is clearly like a royal blue. Then we have green. Then purple. And then this lighter blue. So I could put a poll up, but I don't really want to. So let's go ahead and just comment in what we're thinking. So it looks like we have votes for blue, red. We love blue and red. The question is which blue? So light blue, dark blue? What are we feeling? And we're calling this one blue, even though it says light purple. So those are blues. We got red. I will drink water. Wally, I'll choose dark blue. Okay, unanimous. Okay, cool. Dark it is. Perfect. Okay, we are going with the dark blue. We will start with that, and then we can see about the red. Maybe we'll do the like arrow thing with the red. See, now I'm wondering, like, so they say to do a grip. I'm actually realizing maybe we should do that. Let's try and add a grip to it. I don't know if it says in the instructions, like, where to put that. I don't think it really matters. I think it's purely for comfort. Yeah. So let's see, just so it like doesn't slide out of my hand and I don't accidentally stab myself. I don't know if that is actually the reason for it, but we will just go with that. Because I remember for the stick and poke, I did wrap it. The question is where? I feel like probably around here. Let's go ahead and add some tape to it. You know, it'd be smarter is if I pull, you know, I'm gonna pull the needle back as I wrap it so I don't stab myself. Thinking ahead here. Okay, now we are wrapping this. So let's go ahead and, yeah, thank you. The goal is to not stab myself and to have some semblance of some kind of design by the end of this. So here is hoping. I don't really know how much to do, but that feels good. I don't know if it'll tear. Yes, it will. Awesome. Okay, cool. Beautiful. So now let's give it a twist again. Get the needle poking out to where we want it. Yeah. So that again, we have about 1 to 2 millimeters sticking out. And we have, oh, you know what I might do though? I might actually put on gloves just so I don't get ink on my hands. Didn't think of that. So I might actually put on gloves. I know, I was thinking that, but it's like, I'm not doing it on someone, you know? Like, who cares? And I even thought about it. I was like, but I don't want to like waste a cartridge because I'm just like that. I don't actually like using materials, but I'm just going to label it as like a practice cartridge. And so that way I'll just have it and I'll just have it in the box and it just won't be sterile and I'll just be using it for practice skin and I can just wash it out and use like a different color and stuff on it. So I am personally okay with that. So I'm caveating that this is all practice. There's no actual skin getting tattooed. And we are going to keep the ink sterile in the bottle by just putting it into the little container here. I can't remember if these are open or not. No, I don't know if I need to cut this. I don't know how you cut this. I don't think I'm gonna do that. We're just gonna pour it directly from here so I can at least keep that. I know that that bottle is sterile. Let's see if it comes out. Got some, there's like one little drop. There we go. Come on, whoa. Okay, well, that is filled to the brim, but I wanna make sure that this stays sterile. So I'm not gonna pour that back into here. And we are going to put this to the side. So we just used a ton of blue, but that is fine. We shall see how this works. Okay, so I mean for stick and poke, all you do is like you just dip it in and then just go to town. So let's just double check that that is like all you have to do, but I'm pretty sure that that is it. I don't even know if it's going to explain that. I think these assume you know what you're doing. And my intense training was watching 2 YouTube videos yesterday. So that is what we are working with. And yeah, I think they're just showing how to use the actual tool itself and not how to do a tattoo. So, oh, they do say advice for beginners. Maybe where to do the friction, conscious signal use, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, okay, womp womp. I know, don't I feel fancy, like, ooh. When I did the stick and poke, I did feel very fancy. And I was taking it like very seriously. I sterilized everything. I like made sure we had rubbing alcohol everywhere, like, yeah. So, thanks for thinking I'm a pro here. Okay, so let's do a contrasting color so that we can see where the blue is. And I'm just gonna do this in the middle here, because why not? So let's try and draw a heart. Ooh, this pen sucks. This is my freehand heart. Okay, I am thrilled with myself. That is like pretty symmetrical. That was gonna be very embarrassing. Normally, I am not this good at even drawing a heart, just freehand like that. So for me, that is a win. And then we are just gonna use that as our stencil. What I really want is a tattoo stencil machine, which is actually originally what I reached out to this company for, funnily enough. So when I reached out to them, it was specifically for a stencil machine, because there are actual like printers to make tattoo stencils, not like for temporary tattoos, but specifically for like ink tattooing. Local Batman, hey, welcome. Thanks for joining. And so when I reached out to them, they were like, oh yeah, like we could definitely send you one, because I was planning on doing it for the stick and poke tattoos to be able to do like really nice ones, because my friend and I had plans to do like future tattoos, and I'm like, there's no way I can freehand this. Like I'm gonna need some kind of stencil to use. And so I reached out to the company and they were like, yeah, for sure, like we can send you one, or we can send you a tattoo gun. And I took like a couple days to decide. So I was like, wait. Like, you can't offer me a tattoo gun. Like, that is just way too exciting. And so, as you can see, that is what I opted for, was the tattoo gun, because I was just way too excited for that. So we're still going by hand for now, and we'll figure out stencils, hopefully in the future. But for now, we're still going freehand. But pretty funny. Okay, let's see. So we are at least dipping. I know how to dip, so that's cool. Now the question is turning it on. Okay, it turned itself off. There we go. Now we're back on. You know what's funny? I don't even know. Do I just like press it? There we go. Can y'all hear that? Maybe if I cut out the music for a hot sec. Let's mute it. There we go. Can y'all hear that? Buzz. Off. On. Yeah. Wait, what? What did you think I was gonna do? That's too funny. What? We decided heart. Oh, too funny. Yeah, no, we decided heart early on. Yeah, no, I can't draw. I will take it. It's a cute heart. Okay, whoa, wait a minute. If I pull this out, do you see how far out that's going from the thing? Oh, weird. So it really does go out that far. Okay, so if we, there, y'all can see that. So when I turn it on, see how close the needle is to the edge? If I turn it on, it sticks so far out. Yeah, no worries, TO7, no worries. I also just realized I switched it to 7 volts. You know what, let's lower it to that 7. Y'all can't see that. I'm dropping it down to 7 because that does feel pretty aggressive, just how I'm holding it right now. So I also don't know. Yeah, it's like going out so far. I am so tempted, you know, like intrusive thought right there. That is so tempting. So let's, ooh, is it gonna splatter everywhere? No, it's not. Okay, let's just redip that. And I have no idea how much pressure to do, so it's fine. We will see. I'm gonna stabilize my hand. I did see that. And I don't have a steady hand. I talk about that all the time. I hope I don't stab my table. Okay, let's see what that even did, if that did anything. Feels like surgery. I'm scared of needles. I absolutely hate needles. So it is funny that I'm like, ooh, tattooing, this sounds fun. Yeah, no, I hate needles. Ooh, we did it, look at that. Oh, I am wiping away my heart. That's a line, y'all. That is an actual line. Let's see, I don't know if the chat is covering it up for y'all. Put my pinky on the skin and stretch a little. I mean, this doesn't stretch, like this is fully stretched out. This is like, you can see I am like really tugging on this. So it's like fake skin in that it's like represents or like resembles skin in terms of like the thickness and the texture this way. But as far as like stretching it, we don't need to do that part. Y'all are too funny. Char, too funny. Okay, we're gonna, and I also don't know like when to re-dip. Cause stick and poke, it was like, oh, maybe it'll be similar. Cause it just no longer has dye on it. Oh, I'm so shaky, oh my gosh. I'm actually surprised that it's like going. And we are going in a decently straight line. This is still having the ink. I would have thought I would have had to re-dip by now. Okay, I am getting like some kickback every now and then. So I don't know if it's just I'm not consistent in how far down I'm going. So I'm going to do this curve and then stop there, and then we will wipe and see. Let's see how that did. Oh my gosh. I mean, it's definitely shaky, but that's a line. Why would I hold it like that? Because I have no idea what I'm doing, y'all. What do you think? Just use it like a pen? It's heavy. I don't know what I'm doing. First time using a tattoo machine. I did stick and poke. This is, yeah. I mean, so I'm holding it like because I'm stabilizing with this hand. Because the problem is the whole thing is vibrating in my hand. What was I doing? Was I not like, now I'm going to have to look back. I'm going to have to look back and see how I was holding it. Wait, how was I holding it? Because in my mind, I was holding it like a pen, but I was like stabilizing it like with my other hand so that I can get some like leverage and, or I guess stability, not leverage. Hey, I'm liking it. And I mean, they do say you don't want to go like straight up and down. So it's like, I think 45-degree angle. So keep me honest for making sure that that is actually what I'm doing. But I think like that curve is pretty good. I'm pleased. So far, I'm happy. Considering do not know what I'm doing. My training is watching 2 YouTube videos for like 10 minutes last night. So let's try it again. Let's go this way. I'm gonna go like up and around from over here. I don't think that was connected. So I'm gonna go back. My main thing is like knowing how deep I'm going. Like I have no concept if this is deep enough or not. So I think for that, it's like the fake skin isn't helpful. Because I have no way to know if this is like actually deep enough, way too deep. Like I have no sense of that. All I can see is like, well, the ink is staying. Okay, let's see that. How many kilos? I don't know. I could get a weight or a scale. Try using like a pen. Was that not me using, okay, was that me using it like a pen? What is the verdict? Because to me, that was me using it like a pen, but I can change it up. Y'all are with me on this journey. So also, if there are any people who have tattoos or have done a tattoo, I am all for advice here. Thanks, Olivia. Yeah. You know what? Sure. I'm going to grab the scale. Let's see how much that thing weighs. Let's see. Okay. We can do it in grams. Let's see. Unstable. Yeah, because I'm holding it. Let's move this back. I know I'm going to spill that at some point. So let's see. It's in grams. We've got 222 grams. So that's where we're at. Heavy enough to be like heavy. What can we do? Metrics, ounces, like almost 8 ounces. Depending on what measurements we're using. So about a little over 200 grams, and then 8 ounces, a little under 8 ounces. I mean, relative to a pencil, it's heavy. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna lift this up so y'all can see it a little bit better. But hey, I feel like that's pretty good considering. Okay, there we go. What do you think? There are like a couple spots like up there. It looks like I jumped it some. And like here, I like moved it in. And it's definitely jaggedy, but it's a thing. It's definitely a heart at the end of the day. Try like a pen, just grip it perfectly. Okay, yeah, you know, just do it. That's like, just do it. I don't know what the problem is. Just do the thing. Okay, let's see. I do want to clean that up because that's gonna bug me. So I am gonna come back through and like get this area. So I don't know if I redip. We will just redip. Why not? Okay, let's get this. And then I'm gonna try and fix this section right here. I might play around with like the depth. Because I know they say, I forget what the phrase is, but basically holding, oh yeah, that is pulling the fake skin. So I definitely don't want to go that far. I know that's wrong. Yeah, that is way too far. Whoops. Yeah, so there, did y'all see that just flake off? So that would mean I just like straight up stabbed someone. So we don't want that. So now I know, I think I was doing it at the right depth. Because that, I'm pretty sure if I pull this apart, I can feel there is an indent in there. So we are already learning stuff, y'all. Yeah, look at that. Look. Yeah, that wouldn't be too fun. So I think I was actually doing it the correct depth before. Yeah, see how it's like peeling back right there? Yeah, that would be a nice gash into something. Yeah, this whole section where I was pushing in harder. Nope. So I think I got it from the get-go. Jeremy, thank you for your heart. Love that. Support with your pinky. Which pinky? And use rest of the fingers to hold it tight. Like support what with the pinky? Like what pinky? What pinky are we doing? Because I'm just like, maybe if I like hold it here, is that better? I'm like, I just realized maybe I was off to the side and y'all couldn't even see how I was holding it. So maybe let's hold it here. Like a pencil. Where are you putting a pinky on a pencil? What are you talking about? This is how I hold a pencil. Let me grab a pen. What pinky action are you talking about? This is how I hold a pencil. What? I don't understand. Hold it far, not too close. Like far away, like further back, like this way. Like hold it back here. Do it gracefully. What is gracefully? I'm tattooing. How is that graceful? What is graceful versus not graceful? What is interesting is like, am I even, you know what's interesting? I wonder if I'm holding it the right way. Like, which way is this supposed to face? Because like here, there's more, like this is all open. I don't really know why that is. This is where, like if I hold it this way, I can see what's happening. And the needle is showing more this way versus if I hold it like that, it's not. So, you know what? I'm gonna try holding it this way. I don't know if that's what's supposed to happen. But it's also like the button is then on this side, so are you supposed to hold it like that? Doesn't seem right. There's no way that's right. Could it be? That doesn't make sense. Okay, we are going to... I feel like I'm okay with the edge there if we want to do the arrow. I'm trying to think how to do the arrow. How do arrows work? You do like... Here, I'm gonna draw it out. Oh, that's what you mean. So like pinky out, like that. Well, that's just not stable at all. There's no way. Yeah, no, that's not. This is like not in my hand. I'm definitely gonna support it. There's no way I can do it like that. Use your wrist to curve. Use the two fingers to not like that. Okay. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do pinky out though. It is so unstable. Definitely not. I'm like holding to support. I mean, you can see, like here, I'll turn it on. Take two. We are going to, oh, it turned itself off. Okay. Well, that's good to know. It turns off after a bit. Okay. Okay, this is a bad example. It looks like my hand is steady. It's not. And then pinky out. Like, no. No. We're not doing that. That is getting stable. I know some said, like, instead of turning wrists, they say, like, move your entire body and, like, do one of these to, like, get a clean curve. I don't know, though. I mean, for me, just, like, playing around right now, we are just trying to get the speed and all that. I could play around with, like, the speed of this. So let's go ahead and draw our other thing. The other thing, the arrow. The other part of the drawing. That's what I mean by other thing. And how do we want to do it? Going, what, do you want to like these? And do like arrow like that? And then I'll fake those. I'll like do those separate. And do something like that. Yeah. Love, no worries. Come join when you get back. Nate, welcome. Hello. Where am I from? I'm in Nashville. Originally grew up in Northern California, but now I live in Nashville, Tennessee. Let's try this. Nope, and I just turned it off. Okay, back on. Let's see, maybe I'm gonna lower it. Let's try dropping it down. Let's drop it down to 6 and see what that changes. Like, it's just crazy how far that sticks out to me. I was not expecting that at all. Yeah? Have you done tattoos before? Even like stick and poke, Nate? Because this will now be, I mean, I did like practice stick and poke tattoos, and then I did the one on my friend, and that is the extent of my tattoo knowledge. That actually felt harder. That was more difficult for me. I did not like that. I don't know. Actually, let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go back up to 7. You know what? Let's change it. Let's go up all the way up to 8. Let's see how that feels. I did not like 6. I don't know why. It just felt, I think I was like, maybe I was moving too fast for it, but it really felt like I was tugging. You did stick and poke? Yeah, so you're exactly with me. Yeah, so you have the same urge. Like, I did a stick and poke, now I want a gun. Clearly I can do it all. And just like the overconfidence in us. Like, I did the one stick and poke. Clearly I've graduated. Yeah, I mean, definitely getting the depth is the trickiest part. At least it was for me, for the stick and poke. Because it was like I did the practice skin, so I did some on this stuff. And then I did like the classic orange. And it at least is helpful for stick and poke because you get, like, you do the one little poke and you know, sort of. I mean, you at least know if it like went in or not. And it's just one poke. Versus this, every single poke, what did we say? It was like 7 needles in this thing. So one tiny thing is 7 needles, but the number of times it's actually going in is way more than that. So it's like, that was a lot for just one little practice. Versus stick and poke, you just have that one little dot. So also with the stick and poke, like, you can immediately feel it. Like, you can feel, I remember it was like, you can kind of feel it retract, you know? And so there was like that tactility and feedback for it. This, I'm like, I feel like I'm shooting in the dark here. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It is purely for support. Holding it with the 2 hands. It's because I don't have the steady hand. And so I'm trying to get as straight of a line as possible. I will say, when I did the stick and poke, what was nice was my friend had a ton of tattoos. Mahid, hey, welcome. So my friend had a ton of tattoos previously, so he knew, and has gotten stick and poke as well. So he knew, ooh, that was way too far. I felt it dive in there. How many times can I say he knew? He knew like how deep it should go and whether I was going far enough or not. So that was at least helpful. And it turns out like I was definitely not going far enough at all. And so he was like, nope, just go. And his pain tolerance was really high. And he was like, yeah, no, you barely did anything. Like I could pretty much not feel most of that, which was my biggest worry, was that I was going to be hurting him since I have no idea what I'm doing. These are not straight lines at all. Let's see how that did. How long have I been doing tattoos? You're seeing it. You are seeing how long I've been doing tattoos. So we started the live 46 minutes ago, and most of that was just unboxing it. So that long, I don't know, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And yeah, I was just gonna say, start suggesting other stuff. I wanna see if I can do some shading for this. That's a thing. I think that is technically a tattoo. Is it good? No. Does it resemble a heart with an arrow through it? I think so. Is the heart all squiggly wiggly? Yes, but I'm pleased. I am pleased with myself. Make a broken heart with the red next. Okay, that's one idea. Love it. I want to see if I can shade this somehow. I remember they talked about like, oh, I'm trying to turn this thing on. There we go. It'd help if I was looking at the screen. What is it, like stippling? I'm thinking back to like art class in elementary school. Like, how do I go about shading this? And like doing like, wah, wah. Let's see what this does. Let's see if that did anything. Thanks, Dio7. You're on my side. I love it. I appreciate it. Well, that did barely anything. So there's an example of not at all putting enough pressure. Skull with fire. I do not have that talent to draw. So we're going simple designs that I can draw. I could do a flame. A flame I could probably do. Dang it, I keep turning this off. Turning it on and off. It's just like you hold it for a little bit longer to turn it on and off, like the whole machine, and then to get it to actually start working. It is just a click, and I keep holding it down. See, this is tough. I can't see. I'm just gonna keep it running. Yeah, no, that's terrible. That is awful. Maybe if I slow it down. Let's slow it down, and that way as I move at the same speed, it'll do fewer dots. Let's see. That seemed like it sort of cut through it. Yeah, that really didn't do much, did it? This is when stick and poke was helpful. Maybe if I do it like at the right pressure. Now I'm just messing around, seeing how this actually works. Nope, that still didn't do anything. Okay, so we need to go more pressure with that speed, like moving it. And I'm just trying to get it to do like light dots. Okay. She says that as, okay, here, I'm supporting with my pinky. That's a thing. I'm supporting down here with my pinky to like help elevate it. See? So I'm at least elevating it there. Okay, we're gonna practice, in. Oh, yeah, that would definitely just slice someone. Whoa! Nope, yeah. I don't know if y'all saw all that fake skin flying everywhere. But that would be me taking chunks out of someone. No. Yeah, I don't know how we shade. I don't know. I need to look that up again for how to shade something. So I will practice with just the lines. We're going to stick to these lines. Let's see if I can fill it in with this, though. At least provide some kind of shading a little bit. Let's see how that did. That is the annoying. That didn't really do much either. Okay, we're upping the voltage. I don't like this low voltage. I feel like I did like the 7, honestly. Yeah, that feels right to me. Woo! I mean, I'm definitely use it, like, this is not for shading, as we know. But I'm just playing around with it. So if I go super slow, it'll make a more crisp line. Start with the most difficult, so like the highest speed. Make it a little bit low, then I'll be able to make it smoothly. Okay. Like speed the actual machine up. I mean, that kind of gave it some shading. Oh, there is no dye in there. That would help. It would help if I actually had some dye. Yeah? Okay. Let's try it. Why not? Let's see how high this goes. Ooh, it is going so fast. Oh my gosh. What? So fast. Okay, I'm only going to go to 10 because that is crazy fast. Let's see. Ah! That was scary. Oh, that actually didn't do as much as I thought it would. I figured I was going to move faster than it was working, but no. How's that? That was better. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if I then go shading with that. Now I'm completely going over the little arrow part that we did. I don't know if that went deep enough. I don't think that went deep enough. Let's, again, I still don't know how to hold it. I feel that this is the correct way, but I'm not sure. No, we are slicing this up. Okay, we're gonna go back to just doing designs. We're gonna work on shading another day. So let's see. I don't know how to clean this. Maybe let's just get like a little bucket of water. Again, we are not being sterile with any of this because I'm just doing practice stuff and it will be kept completely separate from everything else. So I am gonna grab, actually I guess it doesn't matter, does it? You know what, I'll just wipe it off and then we can just use one of the little containers here for the red. So y'all suggested red. Here's the red. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm not even gonna try and open it because I don't know how to open that in a sterile way, so I will need to look that up. Whoop! Well, that came out a lot easier. It did get on the table, but that's fine. Let's, whoop! Oh my goodness. I do not know how to use these. Like, how do we empty those without, like, pour from it, I mean, without it getting everywhere. Okay. We are gonna do some combining. It's just gonna do a transition. I'm just gonna dip it into the red and see how that works. We'll see. It'd be helpful if I actually drew the thing. So we're doing a broken heart. I might have to fake it and might have to do like a heart and then cut sections out of it. Let's see. Let's see if I can figure it out. Can she do 2 hearts in one day? Here's 1 heart, half. And then, like that? Crap, but now I have to replicate it on the other side. And like do a tessellation for it. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna go heart. That is way bigger. That is so much bigger. Okay, whoops. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. I'm also realizing I used pink, which was not a good idea since we're gonna be using red. I wasn't really thinking, but that is what I had right next to me. And this is what I mean by I am not an artist. Okay, then this needs to go like that. And then out, then in, then out. That's what we're going with. That's our broken heart. I don't love that. I should have done like the full heart and then separate it. Ooh. Maybe this needs to be curved in more. Let's try and tuck that in. That just looks like a weird egg to me. Okay, we'll clean it up. It's fine, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. I am gonna grab some water. Constantly forget while doing these lives to actually drink water. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, dipping in red. Here we go. What did I set it to? I'm going to lower it back to 7. I did not love that. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's just try it. Because I was doing the shading. I wasn't doing the outlining. So let's bring it back up to 10. Okay. Dip in red. That's so interesting. I don't know if y'all can see that. How it like sucks up the dye when it's on. Whoa. Whoa. I am only just realizing that it does that. Did y'all see that go up the device? Like, look. It like goes, it's filling that whole cavity. We are learning things, people. We are learning how this works. So now you don't have to keep dipping it. Haha, there we go. Okay, we are gonna start at the bottom. There is dye spraying everywhere. And I keep calling it dye because that is what I'm used to. Ink, there is ink spreading everywhere. Okay, we're gonna pause with that line. And it's freaking me out, so I'm gonna turn that off while we do it. See, like, look at all this sprayed stuff. I assume that means I did something weird. Yeah, I just, Okay, that's looking good. Mickey, you might have a point here. As far as the speed. I think that's what they said. Like in the videos I was watching, let's pause on that one and do a wipe. Is like you sort of have to find the speed that matches with the speed of your movement. Oh, there was another thing. I'm remembering all this stuff now. So maybe 10 might actually be a good speed for me. I don't know. But if you see, there are like thicker dots. I don't know if y'all can see that, but there's like 2 dots where I started and finished. Because they say you're supposed to like glow into it. Otherwise, you're getting like double dips on those spots. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve that, but we can try it. Like, woo. Also, I just covered my whole area. I'm gonna have to get some rubbing alcohol or something to, woo. Oh no! Oh no, I did a line. I wasn't paying attention. I did a straight line. I was thinking about how I erased everything. I'm gonna have to make it up. Oh no! Oh no! Ignore that. Ignore the straight line. Okay, we're freehanding it now. Now we've lost our design. We've lost our shape. We're going rogue, people. We're going rogue. Okay, let's go over that again and try and give it some sort of semblance of a curve. Let's see. Okay, not so bad. Not so bad. We fixed it. And now I'm gonna try making the broken part. Okay. Side 1, there we go. Honestly, I'm kind of pleased with those lines. Those look pretty straight to me. So I'm impressed. Though you can see like the tips of them, it is definitely darker because I held it for longer in those spots. So now let's try and freehand the other side. Maybe if I angle it, that way we don't have to worry about like making it match perfectly. And if I do the heart like the other half going this way, then you won't even notice that they don't line up perfectly and won't match perfectly. And I pretty much made it so that they match. It's fine. It's fine. Whatever. I'm gonna wipe it. Ooh, so I guess there I was moving a lot faster. Because see, it's not as dark. That is much darker than that one. So let's go over that again. I think I was just excited, so I was moving much faster than I did. And I tried to do the like pulling up at the end. So hopefully there won't be a big dot at the edge here. Which it looks like there isn't. Well, maybe a little bit. Oh well. Okay, we need to curve this down. And then, I don't know, try and reverse the design. Whoop, that definitely didn't do a thing. Wipe that off. Well, that doesn't look like part of a heart. I think conceptually, like the two of them together, do we think that looks like a heart? I'm just going over it again because I definitely didn't go far enough. And that side is now a lot darker. Okay. It kind of looks like a heart. I mean, this one's kind of scraggly. It's interesting. Like this one doesn't show, the blue one doesn't show the flaws as much. Or I am just making more flaws now. So let's drop this back to 7. I'm actually curious. I want to try doing this again. Doing the same design and see if I drop it down to 7. And I'll freehand it as well. So we're getting like side-by-side comparison. I'll go up here to see what the difference is doing 7 volts versus 10 volts. So that one was 10. You know what? Let's write it. So this one was 10 volts. 10 volts. So I don't forget. There we go. And so now we have the 7 volt up here. You know what? Let's do the 7 volt. Yeah, no, we'll go above it. Okay, starting again, I'll start on the side, on the left side. I guess I made this one a little smaller. If that's okay. Whoop. It would also probably help if I didn't wipe all of the ink. I keep calling it dye. All of the ink onto it so that we could actually see what we're doing here. Let's see. How old am I? I love playing this game. I love just asking, how old do you think I am? That one was kind of weird. I don't love... Oh, it's because I did fewer. That's why. That's why it looks so different. That doesn't really look like a heart. Let's see. Other side. And then, how do we... Yeah, so this one actually needs to go in like that. Then out, then in. Oh, I definitely pulled some there. 26, 27. Okay. Love it. I'll take more guesses. Also, I want to know why you guys are guessing the numbers you're guessing. Woo! Well, that's splattered. Lesson learned on that. Maybe turn the darn thing. Oh, no, I guess we can't have it off, but pay attention. Maybe don't look at the chat while dipping the thing into the ink. Y'all can't see that, but there is a nice line of ink on my table to the side right now because stuff just splattered. Okay, let's go. Whoop, I just turned it off. Turn it back on. Now I feel like there's dye everywhere, or ink everywhere. I keep calling it dye. That's so funny. Okay, there's our comparison. That's definitely lighter than that was, though I did go over it twice. So, well, no, that one was over twice. So let's do the same thing. Let's go over this one twice to match. Let's say Jade, hello, welcome. Well, Olivia, isn't it super late for you? Like, girl, you stay up late. Like, I am impressed. I'm at the point where if, like, someone says, hey, you want to go do something tonight? And it's, like, starting the night at 9 p.m. No, thanks. That's time for bed. No, no. No, no, no. Thanks, Neko. Yeah, no, I'm definitely, I mean, I say, yeah, no, I'm definitely not going to do it on real skin. But if my friend says, hey, yeah, sure, I fully give you support to tattoo me, 100% I'm all in. Almost midnight? Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Neko. Yeah, I think the blue one turned out better than the red. I don't know why. Probably because, you know what it probably is that I actually had a stencil and I erased this as we were working. Okay, let's try a star, maybe? Y'all give more ideas, please, for what to do. 3:30 a.m.? Oh my gosh, Shar, where are you? What part of the world would that be? That would be, I'm guessing somewhere in Asia. Because it wouldn't be as far as Australia. Because I think Australia, somewhere in Australia or like New Zealand is 12 hours from me. So I'm guessing somewhere in Asia is my guess. Okay, I'm gonna go attempt for a star here. Can she freehand a 5-pointed star? That is the real question. I don't know what's up with this one. Like, what is going on that it is spraying dye everywhere? Is it just because... Could it be because it's all over the actual pen? Or is it the way I'm holding it? Because that wasn't happening before. Like, with the blue, I was not doing that. Like, is it because I filled up the thing with a bunch of dye? Ink? Dang it. Eventually I'll get the verbiage correct. Let's see. Asia, yep, called it. Go me. I'm giving myself points for that one. 7 a.m. for Australia, maybe. For some reason I thought, yeah, no, I guess, nah, it's close. Currently it's 5 p.m. here in Nashville. So we're Central Standard Time. It's kind of a wonky star. But I will say the color is actually pretty even, all things considered. Let's see if I can fill it in somewhat. Let's see how this works. Filling that in. SpongeBob. Yeah. Okay. When I get the hang of it, for sure. Thanks, Neko. Let's see. Let's see if I can get some shading on like one side. Just like make it darker and then see if I can like pull it out, go faster. I'm like convinced that that's going to work. Oh crap. Spilled. Oh well. Repeating this again, we do not have to worry about keeping things sterile, so I'm honestly just going to dip into that, because why not? All of this stuff is going to be, well, these are going to be tossed. Ooh, you know what I should do? I want to try and mix the colors. So like, what if I dip this in? Let's attempt to make some purple. Let's see. Oh, that's gonna be an ugly purple. How nice. Woo! I just stabbed this. I am well behind on chat. Okay. 1.8. This is about, so I feel like it is. Maybe, I don't know if you'll be able to see well or not. This is how far the needle's sticking out. Boss moves, I'm reading all of your tips. And while doing that, V-Rod, hello, welcome. Slow, steady line pulls. One solid clean pass. Yeah, that would be the goal. I would agree with that. Have you tattooed? Boss moves, are you a tattoo artist? Have you done tattoos? Please help, please help. So here's where I'm at with like the needle. To me, that is, I don't know, maybe on that background it's better. That looks to me like it's about between 1.5, 2 millimeters. And then, but then what I find odd, see, it's like when I turn it on, it sticks so far out. So I don't know, but I will take your tip. What are we doing? 6.5 volts? So we're at 7. So I'll drop it down to 6.5. Why not? I will take all the advice given and try different stuff. Let's try 6.5. Yeah, that combining colors didn't work that well. It's fine. Let's turn this on. And I'm gonna attempt. Let's try and outline that again. I don't know why I went back. Yeah, that wasn't great. Let's try just doing a square. Let's just try doing some straight lines. So boss moves, following you there. Let's go. Oh, that is not a straight line at all. That's fine. I'm gonna go away from myself. See if I can do that. It's funny because it's like changing colors. It's getting more red because the blue is at the edge there. Okay. Okay. Okay, 6.5 ain't bad. I don't know how I'm doing with straight lines. Oh my gosh, are you really? Amazing. Yep, I am going to take all of the advice. The needle hang, slightly further than you'd want the needle depth to be. So is that right then? Because what I'm worried about is how it's like I turn it on and it goes so far forward. And I'm like, what? That's like, what, 0.8 centimeters? That distance? That seems crazy. And it's like, I obviously don't want it to be that far. So is it like when it's on, it's like, am I supposed to pull this back? So when it's on, that distance is 2 millimeters or 1.8, whatever it was. So like I pull this back. I'm gonna try that. Let's see. Because that's about 1.8 probably. And then I also don't even know how I'm supposed to hold this. Like which part faces down? Because there's like the opening here. And then the controls there. The display there. So I've been doing it like this. So that like the opening is at the bottom. So I'm gonna try this. Let's dip in this red. And let's try doing little squares. Or a diamond. Let's do a diamond. We haven't done a diamond yet. Ooh, that feels awful. I don't think that's right at all. Yeah, that can't be right. I definitely... Oh, wait a minute. Wait, is that correct? Pull the needle in more. The needle is off. The needle shouldn't stick out. Yup. So that felt right. Thank goodness you are here. Oh my gosh, that felt right. And even like seeing how it pooled, that felt so much better. And that's what was driving, I'm like, I don't understand, because watching videos, it's like they say to like push it against, like some people do the tattooing, like you push it against the skin and pull. And I'm like, there's no way I can do that. I would go like a centimeter into someone. So that seems crazy. But that seems correct now. Yeah, so now that's going about, let's maybe pull it back some. That's probably 2 centimeters or 2 millimeters. That's probably, no, let's pull it back a little bit more. Yeah, okay, let's try that. And I'm gonna switch back to blue, if it'll pull up the blue. Okay, and let's just try doing some straight lines. That feels so much better because I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, boss moves, you rock. You are the boss moves. Oh my God. Thank you so much. So I watched a few videos last night and they didn't really explain, I mean, clearly I did, maybe they did explain it and I just completely missed that. Because I knew that you had to like stick it out like 1.5, 2 millimeters, but it didn't sound like it was when it's on. And this feels correct. This feels a million times better. And just the way the ink is like going in and I can actually see what I'm doing. Oh, look at that. That is so much better. Okay, now ignoring basic stuff, let's just jump back to making hearts. Let's see. I'm laughing y'all's chat. Keeping an eye on it. Hey, I like it. I'm still reading what y'all are talking about, but I'm letting y'all chat away, so carry on. Let's see if I can do a heart again. And seeing how that compares. Ooh, freehanding it. Definitely got wonky on that side. I think also the speed, yeah, I was gonna say that felt like I mean, it didn't feel like I was going fast, but something just didn't feel right about that one. So clearly I was going too fast. So the question, I guess, is why 6.5? Like, why is it decided 6.5? Is it just assumed that that is like the speed at which beginners are moving? But it's like, what if I go really fast? What if I go really slow? Because I mean, if I go faster, it's obviously going to do random little dots all the way through, or apparently barely do anything. Okay. And then super slow. That feels like I am digging into the skin. Yeah, that doesn't feel right. That felt like I was like stripping it. I also feel like I kind of want to, it might not be far out enough. Because I assume I don't want to be dragging this along the skin. Oh, I should probably, wait, turn that on so I can see how far it's going. Yeah, let's do that. Just a good slow pace. Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking. So it's just like 6.5 is just kind of the in between as far as pacing is concerned. I started at 7, I think. I think that's where we started. It was either 7 or 8 because that's just what the default was. I know it was the default to the actual machine when I turned it on was 8, so I was like, maybe let's just start with that. Trying to do hearts again. I definitely just lifted it there. It is tugging. That does not sound right. So that side seems weird. And I lifted it at the end. Yeah, I think that it's still just like knowing how far in to go. And I assume the practice skin is like completely different to regular skin. Because what I was saying earlier is like I did a stick and poke, and that was at least helpful because you could feel the skin and feel that it's like, okay, you've definitely got like are not far in enough. Like a shading, I meant to go over it, but that's kind of a fun shading. So let's see if I can do some fun little lines in there. Whee! I will say this is very fun to play with. Either way, I'm enjoying myself. So I'm gonna just keep playing with this thing. And if y'all have ideas of other shapes and stuff, let me know, because apparently hearts are what I default to. Oh, I could do a flower. I remember I practiced with making flowers. Let's try that. Let's try. Oh, I haven't done one combining colors. Let's do red. I'm picking it up from down here because why not? Keeping everything real tidy, clearly. And let's do a flower. I should really clean this off. It's fine. So I'm going to start with this circle in the middle. Try cute ribbon or bow. Ooh, I love that idea. Whoops. Y'all can't see me getting ink everywhere. Thought I did. I love that idea. I don't know how to draw a bow though. I guess in theory I could like, maybe I might be able to. So we can try that after. I like that idea. Okay, there's our little center. And then it's gonna start out mixed colors because that's what we're doing. We are not keeping anything clean because we don't need to. So let's make the petals. I forget who it was early on that suggested doing plants. So this is plants for that person. Doing flowers. I don't know why. I'm preferring the blue. I don't know why it matters, but for some reason, the blue feels better. TO7, no worries. Go sleep, y'all. If you need to sleep, go sleep. Come on. Sleep is my favorite. Go sleep. As much as I want y'all to hang out with me and keep hanging out with me and give me ideas, please go sleep. Oh, that was a very big petal. Oh well. I can't see what I'm doing anymore. And wipe that away and we'll see if I did anything. Ooh! That's a thing. That's definitely a thing. That's a flower. I'm counting that as a win. But let's try and tighten this up. No, that made it not as nice. I feel like I've moved way too fast for it. Thanks, DO7. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, I'm definitely going to keep trying. This is fun. I like trying new stuff with y'all. But have a good night. I'll catch you on the next one. Yeah, I will say, trying stuff with y'all is quite fun. So I'm probably going to keep that up. Because then you also get to see like the behind the scenes and give me ideas and help me figure this stuff out. Woo! Apparently it's tapping on the bottom there. Okay, now I'm gonna fill these in with red, or attempt to. Oh, you know what I could do is like little lines. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, see, this is my challenge. Like I can't see what I'm doing at all. And I'm just hoping I'm in the right place. Y'all, I'm getting ink all over the table. Like you see this space? It is just covered all along this side, like right next to it. There is ink everywhere, but it's fine. That's what, that's what wipes are for. It's fine. Yeah, sure, I'll keep it a mystery for a while because I don't want to reveal it because I love when people guess. I can say no one has guessed it yet. But I love playing that game. It's quite fun for me. It's not like I'm keeping it a secret. It genuinely is just fun for me. Also height. Like especially on like Zoom calls and stuff, like guessing height, like that one's a fun one. Like what does my voice sound like relative to my height? I don't know. Well, that kind of colored it in. Okay, I'm gonna actually keep going with the red here. I guess this is small enough that the red is actually like filling it in. I will say the friend that I did the stick and poke on that was like interested in me doing an actual tattoo, I just remembered that an idea he had was to do like a classic mom tattoo, I think is what it was, or like mom in a heart. So in theory, I could start practicing that and start writing mom. I can say yes, older than 27, but I appreciate y'all doing. No worries, Char. I do find it funny. I am not surprised. I feel like I very much sound young. That is the story of my life. Everyone has always assumed I'm younger than I am. Like well into adulthood, I was handed kids' menus. So I am used to it. I don't get this. This has become a mess now. Okay, let's see. Let's see if I can draw a bow of some kind. Let's try a green pen, because I might be able to. Oh, let's move this over. I might actually be able to draw a bow. I'm thinking like what? Like, it's basically 2 hearts, right? Or maybe not hearts, but like almost rounded triangles? Let's try that. Ooh, maybe like with a curve in it. Ooh, I think I'm getting it. And then like a thing here. And then I'll leave that open. This looks like a dog bone. That's fine, that's fine. I'm gonna try and mimic it. It is much smaller on that side, so we're gonna make that bigger. Yeah, that's kind of a bow, right? And then I got this going. Yeah, maybe if I get that off. Ooh, go me. Y'all, I am always impressed when I can have something actually look similar to what I was thinking, but now I don't know, like, where are the lines in this? Maybe here? Maybe it goes like, whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, yeah? What do we think? What do we think? I am pleased with that. And I feel like this might need to be straight, not as wiggly, not as, yeah. Not as much curve. I'm pleased with that. I like that. And I am liking the blue, personally, so I'm gonna stick with the blue. Now let's turn this on. We'll stick with the 6.5 volts. Hopefully that picked up some ink. And then, I don't know where to start. Let's start on this side, because that way it's less likely for me to wipe everything off. I know they say to like do stop and start. Whoop, well that's gonna be not as far as I intended. Yeah, see, I'm wiping it off. So if we start at the right, I'll be wiping that way. And so we at least won't wipe everything off. That around. I think we're running out of ink. Let's get that back. And then I'm gonna bring this line down. Ooh, my hand is shaky. That was not great, but that is okay. Bring this across. I haven't wiped it, so I have no idea how it's looking. I am just hoping for the best. You found my LinkedIn? There you go. Do your calculations. Yeah, I'm pretty easy to find. That's also why I'm like, there's no point in me sharing. Y'all can do the math. And now you know my full history. You have all the info on me. Okay, now I'm thinking, yeah, I'll add the details after. So we'll go not quite that high, Char. Not quite that high. I can give you that. pull it down here. Now I can't see anything, so let's hope for the best. And back, and back. And then I'll go from here down. And hopefully that pulls it through. We will find out at the end, but I don't want to wipe off the design because that's where I messed up with the broken heart. Nope, not enough dye. That just dragged everywhere. Nice. That's one way to do it. You can't figure it out based on LinkedIn. This is not picking up enough dye. Is it going in? Now I'm like, is it clogged? I don't know if that's a thing that happens. Hang on, let's see. Oh no, it's not. Okay. I don't know what's going on. I'm just gonna go over that one again. Bring it down. And hopefully, I know, I feel like I sound like a child constantly. And like, I mean, no one likes the sound of their voice, but that's what's so funny is I like really don't like the sound of my voice. And the irony of doing videos, like editing videos is so painful for me. It's like, ugh, I sound so weird. You think I have a 7 or 8 year old? That's funny. Okay. Nope, no kids. No kids over here. No interest in having kids. Though we do have those moments, like if we're out and about and like really like friends who have kids and stuff. Like one of my best friends actually just had a kid. And it is funny that it's like, oh, this is coming out. Just realizing like if we had kids, how old a kid could possibly be. And so in theory, I guess, why not? Like, I in theory could have a 7 or 8 year old, and that just baffles me. It's a little lopsided, but that definitely looks like a bow. Thank you for that idea. I really like that one. Adopt a kid? Yeah, no, not for us. Not for us. Maybe someday, like we've thought about, like maybe fostering or something, but right now that's just not something that interests us. Nope. Still haven't guessed it. I'm not 38 or 37. Actually, I need to remember, how old am I? I constantly forget. Okay, yes, I do remember what I'm turning this year. Okay. After a certain age, I genuinely would forget how old I am. Like, I thought, just like a couple months ago, I thought my husband was turning a certain age. And he was like, no, I'm not. Like, completely got that wrong. Shouldn't have done those together. That's fine. Because it's fun. Especially if it's 4 a.m., you're more delirious, and then it's more entertaining for me. You know, gotta keep it fun. And it's funny, like everyone finds it so dedicated to find out an age. And I find it quite amusing. So it's now a game for me too. I don't like how I did that, but I don't know how to fix it. Maybe I guess it would have been like doing a line next to it rather than together. Maybe that's what it was. Thinking that might have been the issue. Wait, year am I born? Cheat. You all really can't figure it out from the LinkedIn? Now I'm curious, like, what's on my LinkedIn? Y'all should be able to do that. I'm just going over the areas that I feel like do not have enough ink, except now I just messed up that spot and there's not even enough ink on my machine. Well, actually, I kind of like how it's that thick line. Maybe I'll try going over this to just make it a little more bold, you know? I'm moving a little fast. Let's grab more ink. Pull that through. Y'all, I gotta say, I am having a lot of fun with this thing. If anyone wants a free tattoo, free mediocre tattoos, here we go. I have definitely pitched my friends for tattoos. So far, there's only been one taker for the tattoos. And I am honestly still shocked that he let me do it. And he like wanted me to do it. And he like wants me to do the next one. And I do not understand it. But I mean, in theory, he can always get it covered up, so. It just baffles me. And if y'all didn't hear the story, I was mentioning it yesterday, that like how I can't draw and stuff, for some reason, he got the number 27 is what he wanted tattooed. And I was like, that's simple enough. That's just like lines. Like I can do that. But he had me do it in my own handwriting. And I have absolute crap handwriting. And that was pretty surprising. I'm like, don't you want to use like a stencil or something? Like we can do that instead. He's like, nah, like it's fine, just draw it. And so I freehanded it. I just wrote the number 27 on his arm with these washable markers and then tattooed over it with a stick and poke. And yeah, now there is my actual handwriting on him. So every time I see him, it's super weird that I recognize my handwriting on his arm. And I'm like, why would you agree to this? Why, who agrees to that? And he was all for it. It thoroughly baffles me. Like, I don't know whether to be honored or be like, you just make bad decisions, you know? I think it honestly might be a little bit of column A and column B. Yeah, no, I mean, I can't, this is this is simple shapes. I am thoroughly impressed with this bow that I drew. Otherwise, I trace stuff. I don't even bother drawing stuff. I just trace it. I am a big proponent of just tracing stuff. Char, yes, fact. I can tell you I'm in that range. Yep. So I'll give you that. Yes, I am in my 30s. Good job. Y'all are too funny trying to figure that out. I also find it funny that you actually went to look for my LinkedIn. Like you are dedicated to the cause. I'm liking how this came out. Like this to me looks like a tattoo. Nope, not 31. But I can see this being on someone, you know? It's not great, but it's not the worst. I feel like this is getting clogged now because it is not picking up as much dye as it was. I don't know how you clean it. Maybe just, I mean, obviously you wouldn't clean it. You just throw it away, but I want to keep it as my practice one. So I might just like put it in some water or some rubbing alcohol or something to just clean it out. Comp sci? Nice. That's funny that you say that because so my husband is also, what is it? Oh my gosh, totally blanking. I guess technically he was comp sci, wasn't he? But he's a software developer, so I give him crap all the time because he is the worst at looking stuff up. I don't know. I hope he can hear me. He's downstairs. I hope he hears this, and I hope he's listening, that he is absolutely terrible at Googling stuff. It is so painful to watch him search for something. Like, I have to grab the phone from him and just be like, this is not how you search something. How are you searching these words? That's not logical. And like, it'll take me 2 seconds to look something up. And it completely baffles me. But he's a back-end engineer, so he's more in the analytical side of things. So that could be why. Okay, now I'm going over this a bunch, and I know you're like super not supposed to do that. More towards AI. Ooh, I wonder if I'm, ooh, that just jumped. You see that? Yeah, just got ink everywhere. I've never tried searching myself via AI. That would be interesting. Like ChatGPT, who am I? Actually, I think my ChatGPT does know who I am because I've like told it and explained it. So I think if I were to search it, I think it would just immediately pop up with my information. But what kind of computer science stuff do you do? I think it's a referral for what? Do you mean for my husband, like referral for him? He is actually looking for a new job. So, depending where you work, if they have remote employees. Ooh. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, referral for you? Yeah. Ooh, there's got ink everywhere. Oh, you are just starting out. 22. Nice. Wait, Char, did you say where you were from? I'm blinking. I'm trying to go back and see. I can't remember. No! Touche. Touche. Fair enough. I'm currently tattooing, so that's my excuse. I'm just going over this so many times. I think that's looking pretty good. I'm liking that. Oh, I like it. I like it. Doing an elephant? I cannot draw an elephant. That's for darn sure. I'm trying to not swear. Go me. I most definitely cannot draw an elephant. I cannot draw animals. I'm completely blanking on the name. Not Pictionary. Telestrations. So we play Telestrations a lot with friends. And I feel bad. I don't know if y'all know the game Telestrations. It's the one, if you don't know it, it's like the game Telephone combined with Pictionary. And so the process is you draw a word, or like you have a word, then the next person draws it, and then the next person guesses the word based on that drawing, and you continue passing until, like, I guess all of you use that word. Yeah, I'm not a good person to sit next to for that because I cannot draw, as we have learned, especially, and like a lot of people will do animals, for example. I'm not just gonna fill this in. A lot of people do animals. Yeah, elephant for me, it would be a circle with like another circle and maybe an attempt at some ears and like a wonky trunk. Like, no. Comp sci, CS, yeah. Finally, Shaw. Night, Shaw, thanks for joining. At last, going to bed. Yeah, I cannot draw, especially animals. This is interesting. I am like doing these layers, so I wonder if just layering it, but I know you're like not supposed to go over the same spot multiple times. But in theory, that is currently giving it some amount of shading. But I guess for the practice skin, we can just play around with that. Oh my gosh, I just realized that I've been doing this for 2 hours, nearly. Dear Lord. See, this is the problem. I just get obsessed with stuff. New toys. And then I get another thing, and then get obsessed with that. Bye. See you, Shar. Ooh, what I could do is get the white. Maybe I'll save that for another day because I don't want to open another container and like dirty it, but do like little details of white. This is getting some shading. This is definitely darker on that side. I just don't think that's how you're supposed to do it because I'm going over it multiple times. So like if I were to do the same thing, I'm trying to think where I want to go. Maybe on these and like get some shading on that. Let's try that and see. Nope, that didn't do diddly squat. Go next to it. Just to give it a little bit more. There, okay, I'll give it a little bit. And give it some there. See you, Shai. See you next time. Hopefully I'm doing this again. Let's be honest, I probably will. I mean, now what I need is the stencils, because that would be nice. I mean, as you, like, I'm having trouble with the whole marker thing, so it would be nice to have a stencil printer and be able to do, like, actual pretty designs that don't just wipe away when I wipe the ink off. So I hope I can get one. I realize I haven't even mentioned it in a while, but the machine I'm using is linked in the description. It's also pinned in the chat if y'all are at all interested in checking them out. I have no frame of reference for how it compares to any other tattoo gun. All I can say is how it compares to stick and poke, which I guess I haven't even talked about. So, I mean, it's definitely more difficult in terms of knowing the pressure. Because you can't really tell, like, the thing is going so fast, like, I can't tell how deep it really is going. But it's certainly faster. Like, it is me, like, there's a line. Whereas for stick and poke, that would take me quite a while. Like, there's a full, that's a line. But that actually really isn't that deep. Interesting, okay. And then this is obviously heavier. Though, really thinking, like, I'm not tired, you know? Like, this isn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. Trying to do a bird? I got you. Here. Bird. Done. You're welcome. That did not come out nice. That is probably the best I can do for a bird. Let's try that again. There we go. There's our flying bird. I'm trying to think even like... Yeah. This is the problem. Like, I can't even comprehend how to do that. I either like need it in front of me or trace it. Thanks. Okay, good. I'm happy you're happy with that. I also don't know if you noticed, Olivia, I have the little guy there, the little herbology greenhouse. This is gels right in front of it, but I have that still sitting there, waiting on the batteries to arrive. They're supposed to arrive tomorrow, so I'll be able to get that going. And so it'll actually glow, which will be nice. Okay, I thought I did way more color in that. Yeah, I still don't, so I feel like I have lines down conceptually. Like in theory, I understand the lines. The shading still needs some work. Shading was definitely easier with stick and poke. I guess in theory you could like swap between the two, you know? Like I could outline in the tattoo machine and then do stick and poke for shading, in theory. Just drag these down. So you did notice it? Okay, good. Yeah. I haven't put it in the Harry Potter room yet. It's still over here because I wanted to take photos of it and stuff, but I'm waiting on those batteries to arrive, so it is still in my craft room. I do really like this idea for the bow. I'm having fun with this. I mean, it's kind of shading it. It's not like it's the best. I mean, I imagine if I actually did this on someone, it would probably hurt quite a bit. And now I'm trying to see if I can just pull the ink that's up here down. I'm sort of treating it like I'm painting. I have no idea if there's logic to that or not. Making it up as I go along here. Woo! Now I don't know, maybe like the sides? Maybe I'll go like on the sides. Like right at the edge. Trying to get like the curvature and see if I can get that to pull down. I do wonder if that's how it works. I did hear one, I think it was during the shading, that they say basically to use the dye that is on the skin. So I do wonder if that actually is kind of working. Let's see, moment of truth. Not really. So I might be making stuff up. So let's try and go in between those. And then I'm gonna pull this down. See, this is a problem. Like, I don't like that I can't see anything. So I gotta give credit to tattoo artists because I can't see diddly squat, and I feel like they just keep on tattooing even though you really can't see anything here. But I'm sure they're probably used to it and know where they last were working. Add a heart to the bow? Ooh. That's a thought. Maybe I'll do that on the other side. Because this is not working the way I wanted it to. I keep wanting to treat it as though it's paint. I'm just like, what? It's like moving that way. Just fill in that area. So I feel like I'm sort of messing that side up. But now I feel like I need to fix it. Okay, let's try and get that section. There's like little spot of white on the edge here. So I'm trying to fill that in. Still there, like right on the edge there. I don't know, let's lift this up some. And fill that in. I don't know what's going on. That's so funny. It's like still not, it's like refusing to go in that area. I don't know if I'm just like not far down enough. I'm also forgetting what angle. I was thinking it is like a 45-degree angle, but it might be less than that you're supposed to hold it. Because like if you go at more of an angle, it'll like blow out and get dye, ink. Dang it, dang it, dang it. It'll get ink under the skin where you don't want it. I am terrified that one of these days, playing with this, I am just gonna accidentally just accidentally poke myself, and then I'll have like a blue dot on my finger forever. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Pull that down. Fill this in some. Dang it! It's getting to the bottom of that, which is why I keep hitting it and it's splattering everywhere. Fill that in. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do red. If it will pick that up. I think it did. Should we do like a heart, like try and do a heart on top of this and like right in the middle? Let's see. So you can't see what I'm doing. Just like having faith that it did it. Well, can't see that at all. Cool. So red cannot go on top of blue. We've learned that now. Learning new things as we go. So let's try and fill this side in. So at least it's even. Let's fill that in. Trying to prevent getting that little white line that we got on the other side. A little better. I still don't know, though, like how many passes you're supposed to do. Like, is it really that you go over it a few times to make it darker? Because for stick and poke, that's the case. Maybe it's just speed for this, and you're really not supposed to go over it multiple times, because then that'll create scarring. I know there was something about that, like in the intro videos that I watched. There was some info about making sure to not do so many passes or something, but I don't remember how many that is, and like really the details on it. And I mean, keep in mind, like I am also using, like this isn't even the shading one that you're supposed to use, so maybe that's part of it, is I'm making it more difficult on myself, because this is really meant for lining stuff, not shading. I just really want to use it like that. And I mean, at least with the fake skin, it's not a big deal because it's not irritating an actual person, but so I'm probably not creating good habits. Let's put it that way. Let's see how that did. Ooh, that at least filled stuff in. Okay. It kind of filled stuff in at least. Fill that in. And then try and get this a little bit more. I'm just trying to grab ink from wherever there's little blotches. So I'm gonna grab it from up here. So I feel like I would want to grab white and put little highlights on it. But now I'm wondering, with the red on top of the blue, like, would white even get on it, you know? I don't know. I do want to try it. Let's try it. Let's see. Gonna turn that off. Let's grab some white. What did I do with these? Here they are. I'm gonna close that up. Move it to the side, and let's grab some white. Let me make sure my computer decided to go to sleep, so I'm actually seeing y'all's chats way after I should. There we go. And what did I just do with that? There it is. Hopefully this doesn't go everywhere like the other ones. Come on, just do little taps, little taps. Come on, come on. There we go. Nice. The first one that actually did well. Okay, I know. Thankfully that's just it. It's just the dye. I didn't poke myself. You would have heard me scream if I poked myself. That's what I mean. Dye, ink, dang it. Yeah, no, there's ink everywhere. But thankfully I did not actually stab myself. That would have been bad. Okay, let's try and grab some white here. And I'm gonna try and clean it out. Let's see if I can just clean this out so it's not... Oh, we got a nice pretty light blue though out of this. Let's turn this off before I stab myself. I'm gonna wipe this off. There we go, I can see it a little better. Let's see here. Oh, that's still pretty blue. Something I did learn is you can mix inks to make different colors, so that's kind of fun. I don't even know if this is gonna show up. Will we even see white? Yeah, nope. Not even gonna see that, so we'll see. I'm gonna try it. Let's try and scoop up some white here. That's what I was thinking, Lorraine. Yeah, I'm like, that might be a good idea. But what I am very curious about is if white will go on top. So I'm gonna try and like create like a little highlight, you know? I don't know if that did anything. I can't tell. I'm just going over the same spot over and over and like slightly next to it to just see if I can get the white deposited in there as a highlight, but it doesn't look like it's doing anything. So I don't know, like, is there even white? Is white just finicky to work with? Like, I don't know. Doesn't feel like anything. Maybe I'll try and do the flushing thing and grab like a little thing of water. Let's just grab this here. Okay, this was used for resin, but whatever, again, this is all practice stuff. None of this is going to be used on a person. So, let's see. Yeah, that's why I'm thinking that it might not show up. And now I'm just trying to, maybe if I increase this so it's much faster, maybe it'll clean out better. If it's super high speed. Ooh, it's like shooting water out of it. Spraying water everywhere. That's what I was wondering. I'm thinking it was just overfilled with ink, and that's why I was spraying before. Because see, it's like spraying the water everywhere, you know? Okay. Let's see if that helps at all. Then I'm gonna drop this back down. What are we working on? 6.5. You all can't see that. Here we go. Dropping it back down. 6.5. Here we go. Okay, let's try this again. Let's wipe the water off. There. It's funny, it's all dyed now. Now I can use the dyed rather than ink. You can see it's like not sucking up the ink now. Like it's just at the edge there. So I don't know. So if I do it, let's just go here. There's like some serious resistance there. I don't know why. Like, I'm not seeing anything, but I don't know if it's just because just the white is not going to show up on the yellow or what. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think this is going to work, y'all. I feel like I'm going to have to look up how to do highlights in white and stuff, because this doesn't seem to be doing anything. Because what I really wanted was like a little highlight here. But I feel like all it's going to do is tear stuff up. And we're just going to end up with like a big hole there. So, I don't know. I feel maybe here it did add something? No, I don't know. You know, that may have added some white. Yeah, I feel like I definitely tore stuff up there. Okay, let me see if I can get some white under here, because I sort of ruined the definition on that one. And then I might call it for the night and stop fussing with this finally. Because at this point I'm just fussing. I feel like I've lost all track of practice or anything. And I'm just messing around now. And it's already 6. I've been doing this for 2 hours, dear Lord. Okay. I did not mean to be working on this for this long. Story of my life. I'll have to look up what you're supposed to do with white and how this works. Because I don't see this doing it. It looks like almost like it did stuff over here, but I don't know. Let's clean this off because I do want to save this. I'll like mark it as my tester so I don't have to like waste another one. But I'll clean this guy off. Let's turn this off. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm actually curious. I haven't actually wiped it all off, like with water. So let me grab a paper towel and see if there's any difference. Let's see. Clean paper towel. And we are gonna go ahead and dip that in the water and see if this cleans off anything at all. Especially on the bow. There we go. So now we're getting all the extra ink off. So you can see things a little better and see how it actually turned out. And I have thoroughly destroyed the practice ink, but it's fine. Practice ink, this practice skin. Well, that's coming a pretty color. Look at that purple. That's pretty. Let's wipe this all down. I feel like rubbing alcohol might be better. Let me grab that. Yeah, just grab everything. Because I want to see how this all actually turned out. Let's try this. Dear Lord. Olivia, 1 a.m. My goodness. Y'all stay up late. Okay. There we go. Now it's cleaning it up. So rubbing alcohol was the way to go. Oh, interesting. So yeah, that heart isn't as bright. Ooh, the flower though. Flower's looking cute up there. I don't know if y'all can see that. There we go. And the original heart where we started. I mean, yeah, so like recapping, that's where we started, doing that heart, doing attempts at shading and just lions and stuff. Then we did this broken heart, we did this one, that was the 7-volt one. Did some practice with lines over here, did the flowers, some more little hearts, and then the bow. Pretty good. Yeah, night owl. I guess, clearly. I take it you are not a morning person. I mean, I'm not a morning person for sure, but 1 a.m. is late for me. I say that, but oftentimes we will go to bed late. It's like start to go to bed at like 9 and then end up actually in bed at midnight kind of thing. So I get it. Okay, cool. I'm quite pleased with that bow. So thank you for the idea for that one. I really like that. Because that looks like an actual thing. Like it's a mess. I feel like I almost liked it better just as an outline, but oh well. I'm feeling pretty good about that. I like it. I like that. This was fun. I'm glad y'all could join me for just playing around with this thing. And yeah, like I keep mentioning, so the machine linked in the description. I also have it linked in the chat if at all you're interested in doing that. I know on the last one I also linked to the stick and poke that I had previously. But yeah, I'll keep playing around with this. I might do another live, working on it and just playing around with it. Maybe doing the other pieces, like the other cartridges, and like try shading and stuff. Or maybe when I figure it out, I might actually post like a whole video for it. I don't know. We will see. I'm just kind of playing around with stuff. If I tattoo a person, I will definitely film that. But yeah, otherwise, have a good night, Olivia. Have a good continued night, because I assume you'll still be up after this. Am I going live tomorrow? I don't know. Sort of depends. I mean, I keep saying, like, I don't know when I go live, so I did end up going live today, because it just worked out that way. So I don't know. Keep on the lookout. It would be, I assume I'd be tattooing again, if I am. I've also been wanting to do some tie-dye stuff. So I might do some tie-dye stuff. I don't know. I don't really have a live schedule. So yeah, stay tuned. But hopefully, at least some point again this week or over the weekend, I'll go live again. Yeah. But otherwise, yay! Thanks for joining, people. Have a good rest of your night. Have a good rest of your week if I do not get on later in the week. And yeah, take care, everyone. Thanks for joining.